As my hat might suggest, it is the holiday season. That only means one thing. It's time for the best of the counterattack for 2017. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on a brand new counterattack brought to you by the Rudy Project and XX2I. And this week, it's the best of the counterattack for 2017. Myself, our producer Sheree Key, we have gone through all the archives. We have figured out the best stuff from all the counterattacks in 2017, and we're going to bring them here to you. In actuality, it's some of our favorites. We'd love to get your feedback. Tweet at us, share in the comments, give us your thoughts. What'd you love this year in the counterattack? What would you love to see more of next year? With that in mind, we start with a milestone this year in counterattack history. Earlier this year, it was the 100th episode of the counterattack, and with that in mind, we went Wilt Chamberlain style to recognize the special moment. History being made today in the world of water polo. It is the 100th episode of your favorite program, the counterattack. We thought about blowing out the budget, confetti cannons, champagne, all of that good stuff. We decided to keep it low-key, and in honor of today, 55 years ago, NBA star Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points in a game. There's only one way to celebrate this. Our 100th episode, a brand new counterattack, coming up next. From 100 straight episodes to athletes that were keeping it 100 for their entire water polo careers, we recognize the retirements of some Olympic greats this past year. 2016 Olympic gold medalist K.K. Clark announced her retirement. We told you in just recent weeks how Cammie Craig and Courtney Mathewson also announced retirements. Cammie Craig, a three-time Olympic medalist, 2 golds. Courtney Mathewson, 2 Olympic golds. Courtney recognized at Foothill High School. Cammie will be recognized next year in Santa Barbara. And then this past summer at Stanford University, one of the all-time greats in the U.S., worldwide, Tony Azevedo, he announced his retirement, played in his final game at his college pool at Stanford University, and we were there to chronicle the final moments for the 5-time Olympian as an international water polo player.
We're lucky in our sport because every team that I went to overseas, every team that I played for here in the States, every new national team, I had immediately 15 best friends. Doesn't mean you're all best friends, but they're these guys that you live and die for each other, and you create this friendship, and you go on trips together, and it's really only you guys against the world, and that's the hardest part. Those are the moments that when even these last 6 months, do I want to train? I didn't mind training. I definitely don't want to play. But it's those little moments when it's just you and your teammates on a trip, when you guys are taking them out to a new dinner, or you're exploring something together, or you're suffering together, and it's great. You know, it's those moments.
Sticking with the men's national team, a historic victory for the squad as they defeated Croatia for the first time in a very long time this past summer at Long Beach State. A big win for the squad and a stepping stone as they hope to build on this moving forward with a lead up to the 2020 Olympic Games just a couple of years away. From the men's senior national team to some of the rising stars in the game, some of the youngest stars in the game, how about this 5-year-old at our annual Dare to Dream tournament?
I'm on Children's Water Polo Cup and I'm the youngest member. I'm 5 years old. The most fun part about me is that I get to join the team of the 10 and unders. Learning about the water polo, you have to be strong and be able to steal the ball.
And it was a year of medals for our national championship participants, whether you were competing at Masters Nationals, the National League, the Junior Olympics, the world's largest water polo tournament, the Champions Cup, their October PCA 12 and Under Classic, the U.S. Open. There were a whole host of competition opportunities this year that our members took part in. Medals were awarded at the end. Congrats to all of our champs. No greater moment than being able to put a medal around the neck of a deserving athlete. And we salute all those that took part in our big events this year and came away with hardware. And at many of these events, we get a chance to tell you, our counterattack viewers, great stories of those that participated. One of the many, the story of Shea Story at the Junior Olympics.
Hi, I'm Shea Story, and I'm playing with Rose Bowl this summer. I usually play in Hawaii, and I have rheumatoid arthritis. When I was little, I was riding my bike with my dad, and I fell down, and my fingers swelled up, And so my dad at first thought it was just normal, but after a while when the swelling didn't go down, he took me into the doctor's office and we went through a lot of tests and we found out that I had rheumatoid arthritis. Just being able to like overcome it and play at the same time, it's really exciting. Do what you love, try everything, don't let anything hold you back, because when you find something you love, it's really fun to keep doing it.
On to college water polo now, and some familiar faces winning NCAA crowns this past May in Indianapolis. The Stanford Cardinal and their captain Maggie Steffens. She scored the big game winner, and the Cardinal won another NCAA title. And then earlier this month, UCLA, their third championship in the last 4 years, winning a Battle of LA over USC in the land of Troy. New college programs coming online. Austin College bringing varsity water polo back to Texas for the first time since the 70s. And Fresno State, their women's water polo program, will play their first official games in 2018, but they got in the water in one of their first ever big tournaments, getting their first team win at the Collegiate Cup.
Obviously, it's the first game we've ever played together as a team, and to be able to win, I think, is nice. Just kind of puts a little bit of a cherry on the cake for some of the work that these girls have been putting in for the last 5-6 weeks. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, this isn't the season, but I think it starts the program off on the right foot for it being our first game.
2017, another big year for the USA Water Polo Women's Senior National Team. For the fourth straight year, they were named FINA Women's Water Polo Team of the Year. Why? Because they won another FINA World Championship. We were in Budapest this past summer to chronicle all the fun, and we had perhaps our most exciting or interesting location for the counterattack, on a boat. We start first, of course, with the FINA World Championships. Team USA men and women getting underway this week at the beautiful facility on Margaret Island. Let's get you caught up on all the results so far here in Budapest. From Budapest to Bloomington in the 2017 Champions Cup, we showed you the winners earlier, but how about a couple of athletes making their debut on the counterattack as hosts?
Hi, I'm Cara Mason.
Hi, my name is JP Ol.
Hi, I'm Demi Ovai.
Hi, I'm Zach.
And I play for Stanford, and I'm hosting Counterattack.
It's really nice competing against all the different teams that you usually don't see, and it's really good competition for us because it's the best of the U.S.
I'm JP Ol. This is the counterattack. Don't forget to look weak side. I'm Zach Swernia signing out, and remember to look weak side.
A big story in 2017, the growth of water polo. We told you back in January at usawaterpolo.org how the game is growing. More members for USA Water Polo, more kids in high school playing water polo, new college programs. It led to a whole host of stories about how this game is growing nationwide. One of them during October, ABC's own Carrie Van Horn checking in with our own Mark Carney on the growth of the game.
It's a nice opportunity for clubs to get outside of California and from other clubs to get outside of the country and come to a new place and experience what Arizona has to offer.
And with high schools growing, that means more high school champs. We chronicle every single high school champion in the country right here on the Counterattack. Again, a big congrats to all of our champs, whether you're a CIF champ in California, a prep champ in the Northeast, down in Texas, wherever you're playing water polo at the high school level, congrats on winning your title. Sticking with a Texas theme, a guy with some Lone Star State roots, Will Kane, the ESPN radio host and First Take host. He never misses a chance to show water polo some love. He played in college at Pepperdine. Here are a couple of examples.
You don't like track and field? You don't like swimming? You don't like water polo? Who doesn't like water polo? I mean,
Doug Kazarian loves water polo. He was a water poloist at Brown University, by the way.
Always appreciate Will's support for the sport of water polo, and we always appreciate a good helicopter goal. Was this the year of the helicopter goal? Have we reached peak get to the chopper in the game of water polo? I'm not sure. I think there's still another level to go. Here's some of our favorites. It's no surprise social media is a huge part of the water polo world. Whether it's sharing scores, a great video, a fun helicopter goal, it has a huge place in our favorite game. And it has a huge place right here on the Counterattack. Every week we end our show with our social media send-off, the best of social media in the water polo world. And don't forget, we love your involvement. Tag us at USAWP, use the hashtag Counterattack. We'll be sure to share your stuff. And since it's the best of episode of the Counterattack for 2017, we've got to share some of the best social media posts we saw this year. Over the last couple of years, there's been no bigger social media sensation in water polo than Flop Friday. And just when you think you've seen the best flops, someone jumps off a cliff. From there, we go to a city council meeting where a quote-unquote water polo player gives an impassioned plea for parties. One of my favorite videos of the year. What up, council?
What up, council? My name is Chad Kroger. I'm an activist and house party enthusiast. Over the past week, I've been in a state of deep despair upon hearing the news that LA is trying to outlaw house parties in the Hollywood Hills. I am here determined to stop this future atrocity. My first introduction to manhood came when the captain of my water polo team, Boomer Kingsley, asked me to shotgun a tall can of Bud Light in front of the whole squad at his end of the season bash.
We go back to April, Australia, Bondi Beach, the Icebergs pool, right up against the ocean, and this announcer takes a couple of waves as he's trying to do play-by-play. Check it out.
Okay, nothing to see here. Is that a drip dry suit? I think we've lost.
From there to June 16th on ESPN Radio, PFT commentator The Big Cat debating Golden State Warriors in water polo. How would they do? To August, Shea Buckner, the 2012 Olympian and now an actor, he's on the rise. And when you're on the rise, that means TMZ catches up with you at the airport. For Halloween, we go to the Pacific Northwest where referees took on a new look. How would you like to have your game reffed by Darth Vader and a unicorn? Interesting combination. We debuted a new feature this year, Instagram interviews, weekly chats with some of your favorite athletes from Team USA. You could take part, participate, send in your questions. More to come in 2018, but great chats already this year with Alex Bowen, Alex Rolsa, and Mackenzie Fisher, among others. Also a new feature in 2017 for the Snapchat fam. Real quick, less than 10 seconds will tell you something you need to know about really quickly. Real quick, check out this ridiculous goal by Luca Cupido. The Cal Bear goes spin cycle against the Stanford Cardinal. Real quick, Thanksgiving doesn't mean you got to dress up. Tony Azevedo has the right idea. Water polo suits all around, outdoor grilling, enjoying his Thanksgiving. So there you have it, some of the best stuff we saw this year on social media. We're looking for more of it in 2018. Don't forget to stay involved. Use that hashtag counterattack, and more importantly, tag us at USAWP. That'll do it for our best of episode for 2017. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all your support. Don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side. And now we leave you with one of the big moments of 2017, gold for Team USA in Budapest.
World champions and winners of the gold medal, the United States of America.